Well,
I don't
That's
know
it.
if Rich told you the story or not. What happened the other day?
once upon a
What
time.
was the story?
I pre-ordered the CD on like Friday when I was looking at all your stuff, and then Rich sent me an email on Saturday and said, "Hey, thanks for doing that, but I'm going to give you your money back, and I have a cooler idea. Why don't you come and do the Facebook live feed with us and
Yeah.
interview the band?" So I was honored to be asked, and here we are, fellas.
Yay.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you, Jeff.
you.
Jeff, you would have got, you were going to get it regardless, brother.
I had to pull out my Rich Davis Not Dead Yet autographed CD DVD combo
Woo!
to
Wow.
listen
That's,
to
you know
that.
what that's worth right now?
At least $4.
At least wow, thank you. Thank you. That's $3.99 more than I thought it was.
It's gone up in value.
Well, it was after I listened to Inside the Upside Down 3 or 4 times over the weekend. I was like, I need more Rich Davis. So I had to go pull out Not Dead Yet. So
Oh, you're awesome, Jeff. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it.
way to go, guys. Well, I'll ask you some questions. I don't know if you've already explained it to people before, but so we got all 5 guys here. Rich, you were in and out of bands. You had the 7-year run as a solo artist. Was it Save Your Breath that got you thinking about a band? What made you want to start Kingdom in Flames?
You know what? It probably was Save Your Breath. It was Save Your Breath. Because before I did Save Your Breath, I think I did Eyes Color Black, didn't I?
Yeah. Yeah.
With Ashley. And Eyes Color Black from the Rich Davis project was my last solo project. And that's when I actually, before the Ashley reached out to me to do a solo on his project. So he did Diffractions is the CDs, the name of the band that Ashley is doing, and he's working on his second CD now.
No.
Almost done. Fifth CD.
Yeah.
So Ashley reached out to me to do a solo on his album, and I heard his music, and I'm like, normally I would say no to these projects, and I'm like, seriously, you want me to do something on that? I was honored. So once I heard that, I'm not a stupid person. I knew that I had to leech onto him. So that's when we did the Eyes Color Black, and then after that we did the Save Your Breath, and then I got the taste of having the some local talent doing something, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's time. So yes, that started me with the thought of it's time to start playing out again and forming a real band that we can start doing some shows.
Yeah, well, it's working. Once people hear the whole album, they're going to be blown away.
Thank you.
Because you mentioned it, Steve and Ashley were both involved in the Save Your Breath single, so that got them in the mix. Donnie, when did you get the call? How did you get in the fold?
I've known Rich for a while, and I've been playing up and down, in the area of a number of cover bands, and we're all of us are pretty much friends. And Rich hit me up and said, "Hey, do you think you could play this?" And I listened to it, and the first time I said no. But then Rich kind of
I knew
said,
he
"Hey,
could.
man,
I knew he could. So
I know you can do it. I think you can do it. I really want you in the band." So I went back to my own personal dungeon and woodshed, and I said, "You know what? I'm not going to get an opportunity like this to jam with these 4 legends. So it's time to put my foot in the water and see what I could come up with." And they haven't fired me yet, and they asked me to stick around. So I guess I'm here.
there you go. You're stuck with us.
Yeah. Well, and then Bruce was the final piece of the puzzle. The story is kind of on if you go to kingdominflamesband.com and read about us. But tell us the story here, Rich. Were you just checking him out? Did you know about him? What happened?
Well, you can't be in Baltimore and not know about Bruce. I mean, Bruce has been around for some time, and of course I knew about him, and I've gone to see. I'm friends with all the guys in the band, and I've known Bruce for a long time. And I would go see those guys, and they would, like I said, they're a cover band, and they would play like 4 sets sometimes or 3 long sets. and he could play the heaviest song and to some, like some Pearl Jam, some really hard singing songs. And I knew he could do it. There was no doubt. He didn't need to try out. It was just whether he was willing to be a part of it.
Yeah, I mean, originally it was just Black Widow at the beginning. It was like, oh, come out and just do this song, see how you like it, come out, see where it goes. And then we were done that. And then like 2 months later, you're like, you got to come back in. We're doing the rest of the stuff. I'm
No.
like, okay,
No,
basically.
You knew when you came into Black Widow. You were for the long haul.
Yeah,
There was
no
no tryout for Bruce. It's kind of funny. It's like when sitting in front of someone so many times watching them play, and me knowing I know when someone can sing something, and I knew it was perfect for the band. So, and he was.
He was, not anymore, but he was.
He was. I'd say that.
He was, is, and will forever be. Well, because
Yes.
what are the guys? Because you've been with Tripwire forever, Bruce. I mean, you guys are still playing. What do they think?
I mean, they're supportive of it. I mean, they're behind it. I've gotten nothing but positive feedback since they saw the video and what they've heard of the album. Now that I actually have a copy of it, they can actually hear the whole thing. No, but they've been behind me. I mean, I've been playing with them for 20 years, so I had to come out and spread my wings a bit.
Yeah. Well, Rick was talking about. Oh, go ahead, Rich.
No, they don't realize that I'm going to be slowly pulling him farther and farther away from the band, and as well as Steve and his band. So
Yeah.
that's another story. We'll talk about that on the next.
We'll come to that. But I mean, the first time you guys get together, you've mentioned it. Bruce came in, did the vocals for Black Widow. Were you nervous, Bruce? What were you thinking? Because, like Rich said, you haven't done a ton of studio work.
I mean, I wasn't really that nervous, I guess. I didn't have any expectations. I was just like, let's see where this goes. I mean, because I'd already known Steve for a while. I mean, and we're cool, and Rich been coming out and hanging out, and we were cool. So it was very loose atmosphere. I think that's why it came together like it did. Like they already kind of had an idea, and I just went with that. And we'd have a couple shots and
That's it.
goofing around and threw it on the track. It just came out. That's just how it worked out. It was kind of crazy.
You tracked Black Widow just sitting in a circle. We hand him a microphone, and that's what he tracked pretty much. So it's like that was what he did. Like that's what's on the CD. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, 95% of that song was the first time he
time.
came over. It was so strange.
Yeah,
It was like the stars aligned. I mean, because normally, just like Steve and I we tracked the guitars. We tracked them 4 different times, the whole album. It was brutal because we would learn a technique on how to record better, and it went on and on and on. But when Bruce came over, I live in an apartment complex, and so we record the vocals at Steve's house because he has a house, and so I would just do some sort of guerrilla. I brought my my interface over and the microphone, and we had a little corner of the room set up for Bruce to sing. But he just felt comfortable just sitting in a chair and doing it.
So I did my best work.
And and if you listen to Nova Morris, is it Nova Morris?
That's right.
Yeah, no
The
remorse.
beginning of Nova Morris,
The best work.
you hear him saying, "Oh, it's very good, doing best work." He sat in a chair,
I was laying in the chair.
reclining almost, and those are the vocals that came out of him. It was just like very cool stuff. It just was destined to happen.
168.
Thanks.
No, 167. The last one from here. You're on 168.
Okay.
How was the writing process then? Was the album already done? The music was done? Were the lyrics all done before Bruce even hit the fold?
The music was done, and some of the lyrics were done, but I think it was mostly just the music was done at the time.
Yeah, the music was done, and Bruce and I collaborated on the lyrics together.
I mean, Steve had a lot of the skeleton of most of the songs already done. I think there's like maybe a couple we didn't have already, maybe
Yeah.
3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, well, you put your flair on whatever song, whatever you felt like, and that's what made it happen. Really.
Yeah, it was kind of funny because how how we wrote the album was like I'd have a song, and I presented it to Steve, because Steve was tracking the guitars on songs. This is even before even any of the vocal ideas were set. And by the time Steve came home the next day, he had some ideas for a vocal line and stuff like that. And then when Bruce came over, they just worked together. It was like
Yeah.
the writing team between these guys was just like, oh my God, everything worked
It was so
together.
smooth, it's so easy.
So smooth.
It's so easy. Yeah. It was awesome.
Yeah. Go check them out. They're at kingdominflamesband.com. They're on Facebook, Instagram, Inside the Upside Down. Go pre-order the damn thing right now, and you can get it before it comes out on January 1st. And go check out Black Widow. We'll talk about the video and the single here soon. But besides Ashley, because on his bio, he's got like 20 bands that he's been in. Who's been in the most bands? Who's been in the most bands out of the other four of you?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, you're about to add Primus to Ashley's.
Yeah.
That'd be the day.
I don't know, Steve. How many?
That would be awesome.
It would probably be Steve. He's probably been to most bands.
You think?
Yeah, but these are cover bands.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't
So
count.
it has to be me.
It has to be you.
It has to be me.
Okay, so we're counting
Main,
our bands as
Main
Steve.
Boys,
Cover
then
bands, yeah.
Mystic Force, then Shift, then Rich Davis, and now this. I mean,
So if we're talking about bands that
original bands.
only wrote originals, then
Well,
the band's
I-
only
It'll be
three.
you, yeah.
Well, I have the least. How about that?
So Jeff, define bands.
That's a tough call. Well, I get you guys are doing original bands. So yeah, we'll do original bands. So
Yeah.
I guess
We're all like, well, most of us.
We're all number two to Ashley.
Through the years.
Hey.
yeah, Ashley's been in like 12 bands.
Yes, he is.
Just on his bio. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah,
Well, and
count-
also,
count all of Ash's recording projects, and he's been recorded on probably 100 different
Yeah.
bands.
Maybe not that many, but probably
A lot.
close.
well, and
Yeah,
Ashley, you also produce music. So between you,
Yeah,
Rich, and Steve, who all produced this album? Was it a collaborative thing? Where'd you do it?
Well, it was basically collaborative because they recorded guitars. You recorded
Right.
your guitars all at your place,
We
Yeah.
recorded all the guitars at my place,
and then reamped it at Steve's.
Right.
and I tracked all the vocals at Steve's
All
house.
the vocals were done at Steve's, and all I had to do at my place was
Drums.
the drums.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Not all you had to do with the drums.
Well, I mean,
That
as
was
far
not-
as far as tracking,
Plus,
goes,
yeah.
and then I did, of course, all the mixing.
Yeah,
and
The
mastering.
mixing is a, yeah,
Yes.
huge.
and the mastering, and
Yeah.
Ashley's he's awesome. We knew that he had
Huge part of this.
we knew that he had this because I was doing Ashley was when we got hooked up together, he was doing the drums and the mixing and engineering and mastering for my singles for the last 4 songs probably.
Right.
So I knew right from the bat that he really knew how to mix and master some metal, for that metal genre. So very talented dude. I'm very lucky to be
Yes, we are.
have him in our band. And the thing is, we're all lucky to have each other because everybody in this band is hand chosen to have something that's needed to make the band the best that it is. And so that's what's cool about it. So that's why I think we're,
Not great, man.
it's going to be really neat.
Oh, we're
So
jazzy smooth.
we just hope.
Jazzy Smooth.
And the thing is that no one, we love it. So that's all that matters.
Yeah.
And the CD is not even out yet. So no one even knows the music other than Black Widow. And honestly, to me, Black Widow is not even
You gotta leave it like this.
close to the best song.
No. Well, we'll chat a little bit about the CD, but not a lot because we're the only ones that have heard the damn thing. But
Right.
that's all right. Well, and Ashley, you're also an artist. How give yourself a plug because you're on Instagram. You have an art website, but you didn't do the CD cover. Kaz did the CD cover, right?
Yes,
Get
indeed.
everything.
Well, I have a certain style, it's just all black and white, more or less. I mean, I can do other kinds of art, but I don't really do any digital art whatsoever. Except just some like old school graphics, for logos and stuff. I can do that kind of thing. But yeah, no, my art's just on my website. There's a lot you can check out.
Ashley's
AshleyMcAfee.com.
gonna add to our shirt designs.
Oh yes, I am going to do that.
Ashley saw the shirt designs we've had, and he's like, "Oh my God, that's so cool!" And I'm like, "Ashley, dude, you're a fucking incredible artist. Pen and paper, your drawings, throw them out there. Let's add them."
Yeah, man.
So we will see some Ashley McAfee art to our
Yeah,
shirts.
I'll do something real dark and creepy looking.
Nice. Yeah.
Yes, he will. Go to Ashley McAfee Art on Instagram and go check out
There
it.
you go.
Because how many Sharpies does it take to do one of your pictures?
So far,
Ashley, how many Sharpies does it take to do some of your arts?
I mean, less than you would think, actually.
Please stop.
That's yeah. I mean, a lot of that's paint, and a lot of those are just regular ink, like a regular ball ink pen. So I go through more probably ink pens.
Really?
Just not so much Sharpie as much, but yeah.
So what is your inspiration on that? Is it totally weed oriented? Come on.
That's a big subject,
Really?
to be perfectly honest.
That's part of mine.
Because Lord knows the music on this album is totally inspired by Ciroc and vodka. Miss Stephen May. No comment. Sorry.
Yeah, well, just the long and the short of it, yeah, psychedelics
Yeah.
inspire my artwork.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, and I thought maybe Corona was the official beer of Kingdom in Flames.
Yeah.
No.
Part of it.
That's
You
my
always had a
that's my
That's your
inspiration.
thing, yeah.
hey, we're not going to turn down any sponsorship offers.
Absolutely. Bourbon, Donnie's bourbon,
You got to get my burgers.
with bourbon, vodka,
Steve was Ciroc all up until the P Diddy shit.
Yeah.
I'll take some McKenna and some Heaven Hill. I'll take those.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Well, and what were you thinking? Because Bruce, you're a Ravens fan. The Ravens are playing right now. What do you have a
Yes.
TV? What's going on?
Me too.
No, we don't. What's
Don't
the
even
score?
get me started.
The score. God
These
damn it.
aren't working, I guess.
Hey, what number are we on?
It's 10-7 Chargers right now.
Ah,
Better. What's 70 nothing left in the
Last one
sixth?
over here.
It's all good.
So yeah, I'm stuck not watching it. I think whatever. It's fine.
we have a TV in this room right now, Jeff, and we could not get it
Yeah.
to work.
I-
And we're so
better
upset
off.
about it because we're
Better off.
all football fans.
It feeds into the tortured artist thing.
I'm not.
I would be watching the whole time.
Don't put
So.
words in my mouth.
Yeah, well, I mean, let's talk a little bit about the album because
Okay.
it's there's a couple twists and turns here. I mean, Bruce, it's weird. After I listened to it, the first time I'm listening to it, I'm like, what does this sound like? And I started getting like John Bush, Anthrax.
You know what? That's so funny that I said this.
Really?
I said the same fucking thing. Didn't I?
Yeah,
Steve?
you did. That's funny.
Thank
said
you, Jeff.
that. Yeah, that's funny you said that.
Well, that's news to me. I don't know.
Yeah, especially on like Death Serenade.
Now I got to go listen to that and then listen to me and see what it sounds like.
Go
'cause I
listen
never-
to some John Bush era Anthrax, and I felt it a few times.
I felt the same thing.
Yeah, I love the Bush
When he
era.
did Death Serenade, I felt the same thing.
like Anthrax. I never pictured myself in Anthrax before. That's interesting.
I love the John Bush era. I think Stomp 442 is one of the most underrated albums
Yeah,
ever.
yeah.
Oh, totally. I like the John Bush era way better.
Thank God, because apparently that's what I am.
Well,
It's a good thing. It's a good
and
thing.
Heavy on the Rise. I love this track. Who thought of this?
As far as
Who thought of what?
lyrics,
Yeah, just the whole song. I mean, because it's slow, it's fast, it's everywhere.
Well, it's a
Well, it's still a collaboration. It's the music and then the
collaboration.
lyrics.
Yeah, Rich with a lot of his riffs, and then me with lyrics. pretty
Yeah,
much.
I don't
And
think
then- And then Ashley. So we all kind of like collaborated on that.
I mean, all the songs is a combination. I write the guitar riffs to the song. I send it to Ashley. He puts his drums to it, and then the melodies are usually written by Steve and Bruce.
Yep.
So it's just, and then with Donnie's bass to it, and everything, it's just a combination of all of us.
Yeah.
All the songs are written this exact same way.
Yep.
To be fair though, as far as lyrics go, you pretty much had that. I don't think we changed that one too much from what you had. I don't remember.
Not.
We might have tweaked it here or there, but
Yeah,
Heavy on the Rise is pretty much what you were thinking.
Yep. But you just are like a chameleon, dude. You just whatever I spit out, you just do it in a better way. So it worked out great.
Well, and there's songs. I mean, you guys have a couple. Well, Heavy on the Rise is 7 minutes long. You got a couple 6-minuters, almost 7 minutes on Inside the Upside Down. Did we pick Black Widow as the first single? Because Rich said, you could have picked a lot of them on this. Is it because it's only 4 minutes long?
Part of it.
Yeah, well, part of it, because I've done a bunch of videos and I know how sometimes length has a lot to do with, what song to choose.
Yeah.
But no, I picked that to be the videos because of Kez on it. And I knew how accessible she would be as a vision in the video. And
You hear that? You're a vision.
and I just knew that the storyline for that one would be the perfect, so easy to write to, and it was just like it just wrote itself. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
really.
and Kez is the Black Widow's perfect
Yeah,
casting.
absolutely.
But you guys were talking about it. I don't know if you mentioned it before, but where did you find this building? Who found this building to film this video in?
Well, I found the building. As for all the videos, it's like you got to go scouting for the buildings, and talking with Andrew. Andrew's been done a video. I mean, all these videos with me in the past, and we just it's when I want to go to do a video, the first contact I do is with Andrew. I'm like, dude, it's time. We talk about doing the video. We talk about what the story behind it's going to be, and then the combination between Andrew and me. We just go looking for places and scouting it out, and we'll spend like 4 or 5 times at the place. And Andrew is here and Kez is here right now, and it's such a process that I don't want to bore the rest of the guys in the band with. So when they let me work out all the details behind the scenes a little bit, and
Last one was 198.
seems to work out that way.
So, well, how was it being wrapped in the web, Bruce, and drug on the floor?
That sucked ass. So that was the worst part, honestly. So they wrapped me up, and if you look close in the video, you can kind of see the cardboard getting pulled out from under me because they had cardboard.
Yeah.
And we thought we were going to do a couple takes, so we had blood underneath. You're supposed to see the smear of blood. But
Yeah.
the first time they pulled me, I'm trying to hold the cardboard, and they're yanking at the friggin' floor. So I tore my knuckles up, which was bad enough. But then I got to be flopping around like a fish on this floor. And as soon as I stood up, I knew I wasn't doing another take. I was like, that's it. I'm done. So I hope you got something there. So it's incredible and a testament to them editing this thing, because I didn't know what the hell was going to come out of that, because it was a very short, I don't know, 10-second pull,
Yeah.
and they made the most out of it. It was pretty cool, though.
Well, that was thanks to Andrew. Andrew, I knew the pain that took that you were feeling on that. And Andrew was like, "We got to do it again. Do it again." And I'm like, "Oh, we can't, dude." Andrew, come here.
I mean, I was game for just about anything, but I was not going to get yanked across the floor again.
No, it was brutal.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny because you guys don't really see, like, Ashley and Rich, you hardly see your guys' faces. If Steve had long hair, we wouldn't see him at all. I mean, Donnie, we get
That's a good thing, right?
second, but yeah.
You don't want to see what I look like. You can see it on the CD. You don't want to see it, right?
Yeah, we did that on purpose. We way too ugly for me.
Yeah. Well, and Andrew, what was Kez eating at the end?
That was Bruce.
Wait a minute. Are you talking about Literally or thematically?
Yeah. Well, literally. What was the
Literally,
top?
my intestines. Well, I'm kidding.
Figuratively.
I'm kidding. Literally, it was. What did you make it out of?
I don't know.
That was
Tell me.
all Hollywood.
It was pantyhose
Pantyhose and something in there.
and blood, fake
Oh, wow.
blood.
And I said you should get pig intestines or something from a butcher, just so it would
Jesus
look more
Christ.
believable. And you were like, "No, the pantyhose will work,"
It did.
and it did.
It
yeah.
worked.
It's way better.
Kaz sold it. Kaz, she sold it.
Guys, what did it taste like though?
Jess told me it tasted like shit.
It did.
Yeah, she was not. If you like, since I know she didn't want to do it, if you watch it, you can tell she's not really feeling it.
What was your favorite part of the video, Kaz?
You owned it, though, girl.
What was that?
You owned it, man.
Kaz, what was the favorite part of the video for you to shoot?
Speak up.
Obviously ripping up Bruce's guts out, you know. But it was, yeah.
Yeah,
That was really the best part. That was the best part.
that was a good one. That was a good part.
That was the last thing we
Yeah.
shot.
Yeah.
She had
Really good part.
she had a really cool ring on her hand that I'm like, so jam the ring in there and tear it across and then pull it open.
Yeah, it definitely helped, to tell you that. I'm glad I had it on me. It was like a little knife ring or something. I didn't even know I was going to use it, but it actually helped me rip his fucking stomach.
Did you like the part?
Stomach open.
How about the part when you had to bite him on the throat?
Well, I always swallowed one of my fake teeth, so that was great. Yeah, wouldn't want to shit that out.
Ouch.
So
And
happy
the
with it.
album comes out January 1st. Go to the website and pre-order it now. You can get it before then. KingdomInFlamesBand.com. They're on Facebook, Instagram, Inside the Upside Down. The pre-order is on now. Go and check out Black Widow, the video. So the album's going to come out the 1st. What's next? Are we going to have more singles before the album? We going to tour? What are we thinking, guys?
Tour. We're gonna start touring. We're gonna the album's gonna come out digitally wise on the 1st. But then after that, Steve right now is going through a little bit of a surgery thing. He's got a carpal tunnel in one of his arms, and so he'll be ready to go by February.
Yep.
So the idea is by February we're gonna start setting up some tour dates, and then we're gonna start playing out.
Awesome. I mean, we're all older now. Is the pressure off? Is this fun? What are we thinking with this?
Oh, the pressure is on because this CD really brought us to do something beyond all our. I think we all pushed our level on this one.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I did. So I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be pressure, and I mean that's the whole idea. You got to push yourself because why would you not? And then it's going to be fun because I want to bring it to. I want to show off in front of people. I want to blow people's minds. I want to have fun.
Yeah, and it's a solid album, guys. I mean, it's fucking 11 tracks that'll blow you away. I mean, we just talked about a couple of them. Outer Space Outlaw, One Finger Up, Let's Fucking Go. I mean, No End in Sight. There's just banger after banger on this thing. So definitely go and pre-order it. So
All of the pre-orders are going to be signed and numbered. You want to mention the giveaway there, Rich?
Yeah, we're doing a special on New Year's Eve. I'm going to do a little to all the CDs that are sold. I'm going to do a little drawing of put all the names of the CDs that are sold, all the numbers in a fishbowl, and I'll have someone from the local scene come over and pick the number, and whoever wins, we're going to give a couple of shirts away, like a VIP pass or our first show, and some really cool stuff. It'll be a cool giveaway.
no, it's about ready to kick me off. So right
Yeah.
on. Well, thanks, guys. Go check out their videos. I love when Rich and Steve are in the studio, and Rich is like, "Oh, these guitar riffs are nothing. You'll probably just think I'm shit," and then he thrashes for 10 minutes. It's like, "Oh yeah, no." Any person could do
Thank
that.
you, Jeff.
Yeah, no problem. But well, right on. Well, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Good luck.
Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate it, bud.
Killer album.
Thank you.